Hi everyone, Frank Paganis with PaganiHair.com. I'd like to introduce you to the hottest hair coloring technique we've seen in 20 years, balayage. So today we're doing balayage on Tori. And balayage is a French painting technique where we're going to create highlights, but they're going to look much more natural than the conventional method of using foil. It's the coolest new way to highlight hair, and it's very popular on the East and West Coast. Yet here in the Midwest, it's just starting to come into action. The word balayage in French means to sweep. So we're actually taking our product, we're putting it on a paddle, we're taking off just a little line of product, and we're actually taking little V-shaped partings like so, and we're gonna sweep the product onto the hair. If you look at any magazine cover right now, from Elle to Vogue to Allure to W magazine, you're gonna notice that the model on that front cover is going to have some type of dimension, typically. The beautiful thing about this is it doesn't look like it's stripy, there's not thick bands, it looks like they've been sun-kissed. When we use foils, it's very linear, and the end result that is created is linear. It looks like there's a bunch of little strings of blonde hair through that for the highlights. When doing balayage, when you watch me go through this hair, you'll see that I'll take different sized partings. Some are thicker, some are thin. Some pieces I'll just do what they call a single, which is just one swipe of the brush. Other times we'll do doubles, which is literally when we take both sides of the section and we create almost a V-shaped parting. You'll notice I'll put a piece of cotton underneath. The cotton helps to isolate the section and protect the underneath. And then you'll see that I'll take a piece of saran wrap. We use a serrated saran wrap and we place it like so. One of the most important parts and one of the most beautiful things about balayage is not only does it look natural, but the grow out is much more natural as well. When someone gets foil highlighting, it's very obvious when it's time to get their highlights done again, because there's literally a line of demarcation where the blonde has grown out. We have to make sure that we're keeping our work area very nice and clean. I like to use a large paddle. It's a great paddle from L'Oreal. And I like to keep the product that I'm going to use on the left side of this paddle. And I like to keep the right side of the paddle nice and clean. This is the surface in which I'm going to then put the hair so that I can control it best. You want to make sure that you pull the hair out a little bit, like so. And we also want to ribbon the hair through the fingers so that there are no little snarls, there are no little areas that are not, perfectly smoothed from scalp to ends. I then pinch the hair in my fingers like so that I have perfect control. I then take a little bit of the product from the left side of my paddle, I put that ribbon on, and then I apply. Oftentimes people will ask, is balayage more expensive? And it is more expensive, but the benefits far outweigh the cost. A lot of times people will get their foil highlighting much too soon after they've had it done. A lot of people will go 8 weeks, they'll go 10 weeks. With balayage, because the grow out is so natural, you don't have a heavy line of demarcation. This allows for more time in between services, which is fantastic. When we work the front hairline, we're going to hold this hair back and away from the face, just like so, and very gently, we're going to just very gently brush that onto that section. We're going to place our cotton down, we're going to leave it just like that. Perfect. Once I apply the product, I don't work the product in, I simply place it on. We place just enough so that we can position the product exactly where we want it. Visually, I'm thinking about an end result already. I'm thinking, all right, where is this going to show? And why do I want to place it where I want to place it? Critical aspects in delivering a great look for your client. This area right here is right by the eye. This is by the parting, so this is going to show oftentimes first. That's where the eye is going to be drawn to. So now in the back, I used the platinum with 20 volume because I knew it was going to take me a while to then finish what's going on top. So at this point, we're going to let it process for about 10 minutes. We're then going to look at the end result of the hair in the back. Oftentimes we'll take the back down first, we'll rinse, and will allow the pieces in the front to catch up. Now that we have finished our balayage application, we're going to let it process for 30 to 45 minutes. Then we're going to rinse it out. We're going to come back and we're going to do a base bump to help meld all of the colors together. Stay tuned.